if it's love you're looking for, kobolds have all kinds of things to say about love.
And he will, I'm not going to do the whole sonnet, but I'm imagining a kobold version of William Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. So he'd be like,
shall I compare thee to a sodden swamp? Thou art more lovely and more foul.
Says, sir, tell me more. I just, please, please, enjoy the tea, and my servants will be by with cookies and biscuits soon. But, sir, perhaps you could regale me more with your wonderful voice and your. I would stare some more at your incredible physique, perhaps a little privately across the room.
oh, 100%. Sif now is going to do this.
I turn to Rundy and I say, this all seems a little suspicious to me. I'm friends with a lot of witches, and when they do these curses, they tend to have like a caveat, like someone will fall in love with you, but you only have 4 fingers on each hand, or someone must give you true love's kiss, but you smell like a burnt onion. It's just something like that. They don't just throw a beautiful woman on a platter.
Do you think that their kids are only going to have 4 fingers? Is that the problem?
I mean,
I look at both of you and go, I think she's going to eat him.
I mean, it'd be really tough because, how are you, it's like a really big sandwich. How are you going to go and do that?
The pot, like a cauldron. I mean, witches do that all the time.
All right, well, I mean, that takes some time to cook him down, so we'll help him if that happens.
Unless the tea is a sleeping agent that we don't know about.
I didn't drink any tea because tea is plants. I don't know if you knew this. And eating plants is wrong.
I don't drink tea. I mostly drink just Firebrand whiskey.
For me, I'm very picky with my tea.
Drinking alcohol is not wrong. Even if it's made from plants.
Could she be a siren or something? Maybe like an alternative? Like she could, because maybe the witch cursed to be a siren or something.
I mean, she does have a vampire servant, right? That's really not a good look. You take some young, impressionable men down the first time they ever get a compliment from a lady, and they're like, yes, please, devour me.
I mean, that's the way it is at the kingdom.
Yeah.
Mac is going to turn to Daisy and be like, what's your hottest fire? I want to see. I have experiment. I want to see if it puts it out. And he puts the teacup right in front of her.
I look at you and I just go just swing out your hand, child's play. And then I just take my hand and then I just and I very quickly, because I have some kind of sulfur or something on my hands, and I just go like a snap. And then a big blue flame, a really intense flame, appears over and just starts boiling whatever in the cup.
Yes, the flame flashes down into the teacup. Flashes, rockets back up as it splashes as if you just thrown it into a bowl, and it comes whirling up towards the ceiling. And a second, and then the cup starts to glow. And glow, and the heat builds, and soon none of you except Daisy can stand to keep your hand near it, and yet it still has not melted or shattered. Nor has there been any, nor Daisy did you see even a puff of steam.
Sniffs now still has stars in his eyes. This lady thinks he's a brave knight.
Yes, sniffed out. You are being led away from the group, a little deeper into the cavern, towards the very center, where you look up and see in front of you. What is a romantic place for a kobold?
Perfect. So it's just like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my mind, with like pig, dog, lizard hybrid.
Yes. A heap of amazingly elegant garbage, actually, scattered across there. In fact, it seems is oddly ungarbagey garbage. Just as if someone has tried very hard, but just could not quite bring themselves to really take it all the way. And so it feels slightly
commit.
off. Yeah. But scattered bits of branch and stone and log lie upon there. And she leads you over to a overturned log where she pushes upon it, and the top half slides over to the side and clatters against the ground, leaving a wonderfully conveniently shaped depression just the size for two to sit.
Oh yeah, he's making the wrong decision here. He's in a
And she
Oh, you're real serious. Oh my goodness.
I have never been so serious. And she pulls you down atop of, as she lays down and pulls you down atop her. All right, and I want you to roll Kobold Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Get at least a 10.
Ooh, 11.
You rolled well.
Right.
I mean, average. You rolled average. Actually, is what I should say.
I had like a bunch of lows and one high. So yeah.
Yes. And so you roll down as you look down upon her. And you think back to all the stories of the princesses and ladies and the brave knights. And you have a moment of thought like, wow, this is awfully fast, isn't it? And you look upon her eyes and you see deep in there, as if you see, as if you're looking into pools that go back into eternity. Something older and more ancient and weary than anyone you've ever seen before. And you blink, and see yourself facing an empty skull as your lips press upon the bones of its jaw.
Well, I'll try anything once.
No, he would probably withdraw, be like,
Oh, what?
Yes. And her arms come around you, and there's a massive grinding noise as something shifts, and you look around and realize that you are in the center of a glass, of a glass coffin, and even as skeletal arms wrap to pull you down, you hear the grinding of glass on stone as the coffin lid rises off the floor and begins to close above you both. The rest of you are having tea.
Well,
So-
you got yourself into a fine pickle.
yeah, having seen all this, he doesn't remember many stories of knights bedding skeletons. So he might try.
So we have a very dramatic and important tea party going on. Okay, let's go.
It's more
Yes.
Wendy explaining, like, if you just got all of your energy from the sun, you wouldn't have to eat plants, guys. Come on. That's why I've got green hair.
Wait, you're saying we should eat your hair?
Absolutely not. It took forever to grow out.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted, D.
plants don't have blood anyway, so I'll let them be.
Fair.
Again, Fireball whiskey is the only thing I have.
Do we act on their suspicions and possibly ruin the greatest night of our friend's life? Or do we just kind of chance it?
As you said, there's a sudden screech, not of a monster screaming, but of glass being scratched across a blackboard.
I assumed she was into some weird stuff.
You know, he would yell if he needed us, honestly. I don't want to be like, I want to walk in while he's naked. That's weird.
And then there is you hear it screech again as something heavy being dragged across the floor. And then a thunk as it lands upon something else. And then a slow, steady scree of two things very heavily being slowly drawn together.
I don't think this is foreplay. Says
right.
Daisy.
Fine, but I'm blinding my eyes first.
All right.
Daisy can help with that.
Back to Sniff Snout.
Mhm.
You hear a voice says, "What?" And she says to you, What is wrong, my hero? Am I not fair to you?"
Well, I mean, one moment you looked like one way, and then the next you looked another way. How about we just stay friends?
What? Oh. You would do that to me? I thought we had something special.
I mean, I think we do. I think there's something you're not saying.
I have some secrets, but I know that with time you can grow to love me.
I mean, like I said, I'll try anything once. I want to know what's your deal.
I just need someone to love me.